Excellent.
It's confidently wrong.
We're back.
Chris Nugeth.
Pat Nugeth.
Let's get right into it. I'm heartbroken, man. I went to the Sixers game last night.
Our precious Sixers.
I truly feel like a Philly sports fan now. Like,
Yeah.
I get it. So just for context, I know this isn't a basketball podcast, but I really thought that we were going to win last night. I really, really felt. I just said we. Mm-hmm. I'm in, baby.
You're part of
I'm
it,
part
man.
of it.
You're
now.
here.
But I really thought that we were going to win. Mm-hmm. Joel Embiid's back. I forgot that he is an absolute black hole, bro.
Yeah.
He's the worst MVP in NBA history. What?
Whole of color.
Oh, sorry. My mistake.
I will say, you came out and you're like, you did an impression of him, and then you played me a clip. You're like, that was a pretty good impression, and you played it, and it was wildly different.
Yeah, it wasn't. I was like, oh, hey guys, my name's Joel Embiid. I play for
like a pretty
the
normal guy.
Philadelphia 76ers.
Yeah. What's the 76ers mascot? Because they're just the year 1776, right?
Yeah, I don't think they even really have a mascot. I was at the game last night. I didn't see a mascot running around. But dude, it was a Chrissy classic.
Yeah,
I gotta say, because dude, I was just a fucking trash goblin.
Hell yeah.
At that show, dude. I got
At that show?
at the basketball show.
Yeah, that's showing of basketball.
I got 3 beers and a cheesesteak and
How
fries.
much did that run you?
It was about $100.
That's fucking crazy.
It was insane.
And you know what's so annoying is they would probably crack down the hardest on you sneaking food in.
Yeah,
that should be illegal.
I'm pretty sure it's impossible to sneak food. I don't know how anyone could sneak food in.
I've noticed a lot of places in Philly will have like a security checkpoint. Like when you walk in, it's for show. They haven't checked. They never check you at all.
This place they check.
Yeah,
it's pretty tight. But so it was a blowout, right? Like it was maybe competitive for the first 5, maybe 8 minutes, and then it just got
short.
It was crazy. There's this fucking 6'1" white boy dropped 32 points off the bench. He didn't even start. It was unbelievable.
On the
76ers.
Oh,
on the
okay.
Celtics. Yeah, he plays for the Celtics. Dropped 32 on the 76ers. It was fucking. I just kept screaming, I fucking hate him. I hate him.
Yeah,
and he just could not miss. It was unbelievable. And then, people started to this is a blowout.
Yeah.
And it was about the third quarter. Everyone's still in the arena. Third quarter ends. They're down 25. Beginning of the fourth quarter, Jason Tatum hits a 3. Literally just everyone got up and left.
Yeah. I mean,
like my entire section, about half the people, as soon as he hit that shot, they all got up and left.
well, dude, I can't imagine how pissed off you'd be if you're like an ardent basketball fan. You sit down and watch your team get blown out, and then your immediate next experience is sitting in traffic trying to get home.
Yeah.
That's how people die.
Yeah.
That is how people die.
Yeah, either by their own hand or another
Heart
person.
attack.
You know? Yeah.
Just get a stroke.
But I was going trash mode because everyone got up and left. So I was like, ooh, courtside seats.
Oh, okay.
They're open.
I thought you were going to say something way more gross.
Oh, well.
I thought you were going to be like, everyone left their hot dogs behind.
Well, it's funny you say that. I sneak into courtside. I try to get into one section, security guard. By the way, some of these security guards, it's like, will you fucking relax?
Yeah.
Come on.
Fascist.
We're down 35 points. Can I please just sit courtside?
Yeah.
So 2 different sections, they wouldn't let me. Third section, the guys didn't care at all. I blow right past them.
They're stopping you?
They're stopping
There's no one
me.
that everyone's leaving.
They're stopping me. But not this
ridiculous.
guy. I blew right past him. I sit almost courtside. I'm like 2 rows away from courtside.
Yeah.
Someone left a bucket of Old Bay fries.
Ooh.
Lukewarm.
That's different.
No
That's
trash on them. No crumpled up nap. Just a fucking full thing of fries.
Yeah.
And I was munching, dude.
That's
just,
fair game.
Just eating fries off the fucking ground, sneaking into and I'm just watching all the fucking bench players come in. It was great. I'm so glad I went.
They do that in the NBA too.
What?
If it's just it's hopeless, they just let the bench players in.
Yeah.
That's awesome.
No, yeah. There reaches a point where it's like this is over.
Yeah.
So, but I'm glad I went. For that 5 minutes that I was actually competitive, it was fucking absolutely electric.
5 minutes.
I never felt anything like that in my life. Like it really was special for about 5 minutes. And then it just got so fucking out of hand.
Luckily you found a Patriot to let you in.
But dude, I really thought Joel playing would make a difference. And he if he hadn't played, it probably would have been a more competitive game. Which is so ironic because I was saying all day, I was like, oh.
Yeah, they were teasing it, weren't they?
Yeah. But it's just So like they're like 7th in the East. This is too much basketball. We'll wrap this up in a second, but they're like 7th out of 15 in the East, right? So like a middling team all season. They got really fucking good when he had his little tummy surgery.
Yeah,
his tum hurt. He had to get his tum fixed.
Yeah, he had a boo boo.
They were a different team, and then he comes back and they're back to that old team.
What was wrong with his tum?
Appendectomy.
Oh, that's
He's
pretty
like,
bad.
I woke up at 4 in the morning and
He doesn't sound like
I couldn't shit.
He
out of
sounds
my
like a
ass.
normal man.
I couldn't shit out of my black hole, and
I had I went on a date in high school, and she was telling me that she had to get an appendectomy, but she was imagine this experience, because I've never got one. I've been told it's like excruciatingly painful.
Yeah.
And while she was dealing with the pain, trying to figure out if she should go to the hospital or not, she was on a date with a guy who was like, "Please have sex with me."
Oh my
Like,
God.
imagine both of those, like a searing, burning pain. And the guy's like, "What if I just fingered you and we
And
just
it's
see?"
just, oh no.
Yeah.
She's like, I'm in pain. It's just like, oh,
him being like, "Come on, just hook up," and then her being like, I'm in pain," and then going home, and then like
he
basically
didn't even like drive her home.
well, yeah, but
Okay.
then it's like a high school boy like pawing at you, trying to fuck you poorly,
God.
and then you go home, and then you're like, "Hey mom, I think I need to go to the hospital." And your mom's like, "No, you're being dramatic."
Oh my
That's
God,
like,
dude.
That sounds like hell.
I gotta say, man, some of the shit women have to deal with, it is fucking crazy.
Dude, what are you doing?
What?
This is a Manosphere podcast. What are you doing?
Sorry, let me pop
Yeah.
that red pill.
That's God telling her that she was in the wrong for what she was
Maybe
doing.
if she fucked him, her stomach wouldn't hurt
for
so
making
much.
a good man suffer. Watching the Amazing Spider-Man 2 and not even getting a little bit of pussy.
You see a movie, a guy pays for a movie, he gets you popcorn, you don't fuck him,
Yeah.
because your stomach
You
hurts.
think the movie's all you buy? All right, I don't even want to do this. I didn't like that.
Yeah.
You're listening to the We Respect Women podcast.
Well, see, and for the listeners, because there have been times where, like, we'll say, like, not to be a I respect women head ass, we'll say shit, but it's like the only reason we're saying that is like a guy who goes out of his way to be like, I respect women, I love women. Don't trust that guy.
Well,
Don't fucking trust that guy.
I think
you should
it's-
trust the guy that's just like, hey, whatever, we're all people.
Well, I get a similar feeling I get when, like we talked about last time, where it's like you're saying stuff. You're like, well, if you want to be annoying, you could say this.
Yeah.
Like it feels the same as like being like, well, actually, Frankenstein was the doctor. The monster didn't have a name.
Right.
Like it's that kind of stuff where it's
Right.
like, all right, dickhead,
Yeah.
shut up.
And I'll have you know that was written by a woman.
By a woman.
And then it's just like, what? Are you shocked that a woman can concoct a story?
Right.
Like, what am I supposed to be like? Oh,
Yeah.
wow! It's like, I mean, it's cool.
Yeah.
like it's a good story. Like,
Yeah.
like,
It's a great story.
You want me to make a whole month about it?
You know what's funny? Probably, I think probably number one story made up at a sleepover.
Really?
It was made up at a sleepover.
Really?
Yeah.
Were they talking about boys? And she's like, what if I made one?
They were doing ghost stories. They were doing who wants to tell the scariest story?
So it's that did not pass the Bechdel test. Okay, because
What's the Bechdel test again?
it's how long two female characters can go without mentioning a man.
Oh,
'Cause,
yeah.
you know, when-
that is a good test, isn't it?
Well, because when men write, women,
Yeah.
it's pretty egregious. I'm trying to think of a movie I saw recently that was written by a man. It was a man writing for women, and it was just kind of fucking insane. Oh, I think we watched Savages.
Yes,
Dude, the dialogue
Yeah.
that they wrote for like Blake Lively in that movie was unbelievable.
It was ridiculous. Well, they, I don't know. I feel like they do that kind of stuff a lot, or like they'll kind of do the opposite, where it's like, there's this movie with Mel Gibson called What Women Want or something like that, or What Women Want, where it's like Mel Gibson's like a misogynistic pig, but then he gains the ability to hear what women are thinking, and then that makes him change their action. But it like implies that you need to have psychic powers to know that people are clearly like annoyed with how you're behaving. Right. Like he'll like for 6 years he'll like sexually harass his assistant, and then magically can hear her thoughts. She's like, wow, what a pig, I hate him, he's gonna say something shitty to me, and he's like, wait a minute, she doesn't find this charming.
I mean, it's like you've been granted the ability to read body language or something, and that's
Yeah.
like this telepathy.
Yeah.
Just basic empathy is like
Right.
telepathy to these
Yeah.
fucking people. It's fucking crazy. Like, it's crazy what women have to deal with. I will say that.
Wow.
I will say that.
What a good guy. Speaking of what women have to deal with, I've been watching new season of Euphoria has been coming out.
Oh,
And boy, is it weird.
yeah. What's going on with that?
So I think the main thing everyone's focusing on is people are arguing that it's a what do you call it? A humiliation ritual for Sydney Sweeney. Because there is
people
something.
have to. I'm sorry.
Yeah,
people have to chill with the humiliation ritual.
I don't think it's a real thing at all. But if they were ever going to make a case for it, it'd be this. Because like she, I can kind of see it either way. But basically, like, so in this show, it's like a dramatic version of high school kids where it's like they're doing drugs, they're having sex, there's like crime involved. Like it's supposed to be like high stakes, like. Sexy high school, I think, is probably the elevator pitch for Euphoria. And
that worked in in Hollywood.
Oh yeah,
like,
Holly weird.
Sexy teenagers, I'm in.
But they were doing this thing where it's like every character is supposed to be like really layered, you know, like the girl who you think is like the judgmental like nerd is secretly like really artistic and is like a talented writer, and you know the like heavyset girl is secretly like discovering her sexuality and like doing sex stuff online, or like all these people are supposed to have like these layers, and then Sydney Sweeney's character is just kind of a dumb bitch. Like she's dumb and like attention seeking, but is also a bad person. So it's like they did this weird thing from the beginning where it's like everyone has layers, but Sydney Sweeney's, her characters, all of them are bad.
Yeah.
But then like between the second season and the third season, there was this long delay from like, I think like the pandemic and production stuff, but it was gone for a long time, like 5 years. And, they solved that by doing just a time jump 5 years in the show. So, you know, one of them was working in Hollywood, like as like an agent, like one of them's a writer, like all of them, you know, the main girl is like a drug mule, like all of them have these like
layers.
Yeah, exactly. Like these layers, and like a lot of stuff's happened to them. And then Sydney Sweeney's character is just like a racist suburban Christian living in like a right-wing bubble and is getting married to like the rich shitty guy from the previous seasons, but now she's doing OnlyFans but to pay for more flowers at her wedding. Like that's literally all it's for. So it's like, I don't know, like and then all of this happened since the whole like scandal with Sydney Sweeney. And it does kind of feel like it's weird that it's like public opinion turned on her, and now she's like doing like dog fetish porn in the show.
Well, it is. I wonder if that's a reaction to her kind of being positioned as this like, because for a while they're trying to run her as like, no, she's this like savvy producer.
Were they?
Yeah.
Oh.
Until the American
produce?
Eagle thing. She produced a few things.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Oh.
But I mean, like, I don't know what, like, and I'm not saying one way or the other, but just I wonder how much of it is, oh, this is a project attached to Sydney Sweeney, this highly marketable actor.
Yeah.
Or is it, you know, she's working on scripts and like writing treatments and, you know, had this great idea.
Right.
You know what I mean? Like, because I'm sorry to say, after the American Eagle thing, she did that like interview, I think on like Hollywood Insider or something like that. Kind of seems like a vapid. Well, if I'm being honest, she didn't impress me.
I was kind of torn on that because like when the whole scandal started, I kind of was against everyone like coming for her, because how it started was American Eagle had a weird marketing line implying like Sydney Sweeney has pure genes or whatever, and like has desirable genetics, which obviously is like, look at her, she's like the post. She'd be on like a Nazi poster if she was alive in the 1940s. She's a big-titted blonde white woman with like hips. But then, so they were saying like, oh, like basically acting like, oh, fuck you, you wrote the copy for this ad campaign, like it's your fault. So I disagreed with people at the beginning, but I was talking to my girlfriend about it, and yeah, apparently like just every time they went to her for clarity, she was like, if I have something to say, I'll go and say it myself. Basically being like, hey, real quick one, here's a real layup. Can you just denounce eugenics?
Can you just say that you're not a white supremacist?
Right.
Hey, you were at your mom's or aunt's like MAGA party with your fucking little red hat. Can you maybe clarify your... Because like, I don't always think pointing out that someone has good genetics is always like a white supremacist thing. Like that's just something people say about attractive people regardless of their race. You know what I mean? It's like, oh, they look at it, they got great genes. Like that's just always been something that they said. So you could just easily clarify. She could have just said that. Also, that's how we describe pretty people. Look at me, I'm Sydney Sweeney. Look at my jugs. You know what I mean? Like she could have just said that.
She could have said that, but no. Instead, she like not like quite doubled down, but just like, because I don't know. I do understand it at first where it's like if someone says, hey, a commercial you were in has like weird white supremacist undertones, denounce white supremacy. I can understand the impulse of being like, well, hold on, I don't want to make a statement about this because then it's going to act like I'm admitting that it was white supremacist. But then when it's like, hey, listen, this is getting out of hand, all you got to do is just say you didn't mean this. And then she's like, if I have something to say, I'll say it.
I just think she easily could have said, we really didn't put that much thought into it at all. That's just something people say to describe pretty people.
Yeah.
Move on.
Or honestly, could have just said, hey, listen, this is the guy who made the campaign. Go talk with him. I had nothing to do with it. They paid me money to say stuff.
That would poke a hole in her savvy producer, I control everything thing.
Yeah.
See?
Yeah.
So, but yeah, I wonder if the staff at Euphoria was mad at her for that. So like, let's humiliate her. Maybe the humiliation ritual thing is real to some level.
Yeah.
On some level.
Well, no.
Well, I'm not saying it's like an Illuminati ritual thing. But like in terms of like taking someone and intentionally humiliating them, I mean that is what you're positing.
Well, no. Like, but that's different. That's two different things. One is like Hollywood inside strategy for like, I don't know, like maybe you have another up and coming actress with the same look as Sydney Sweeney. You want to get her above Sydney Sweeney. So like you put her in a project you know is going to fail, or like you make whatever project she's in fail. But that's different because like what they're saying is Sydney Sweeney has the chance to go to the top, and there's like a collective that's saying, oh, to prove yourself, for us to let you do that, you need to humiliate yourself. Those are two different things. Yeah. Because one is like, let's say like Martin Scorsese, heaven forbid, hates Sydney Sweeney. So he's like, oh, I'm going to put her in a movie and then I'm going to tank the movie. That makes sense. It'd be dumb. It'd be a weird thing to do, but like that's at least feasible. Them being like, well, Sydney, you have the chance to go right to the top, but the Illuminati needs you to debase yourself on Euphoria this season. That doesn't make any sense.
Like the staff is like mad at her, so they're just going to embarrass her. Not even with the intent of tanking the project, just embarrassing Sydney Sweeney. Because it's not
staff,
tanking the project.
like the crew,
the people who made the show.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
You
know?
I mean,
just wish I could do that bit again. Where it's like, if American Eagle wants to fix this whole PR disaster, they just need to get someone so ugly like Steve Buscemi. And everyone would be like, oh, okay, I guess it was just about the pants.
Yeah. Well, I think it was telling too, though, like, I think it wasn't an American Eagle where the owner was like, my clothes aren't for fat people.
That was Aeropostale or Abercrombie and Fitch. One of those. They all start with A's.
Yeah. You know what else does? Aryan. So there's something there.
Do the math.
Yeah, get the board, get the thread.
Do the fucking math, dude. I mean, it is kind of funny. Like, American Eagle, the Iron Eagle. You know what I mean?
Yeah, but we also have an eagle.
That's what I'm saying.
But those are two different eagles.
I'm just saying.
Yeah.
Watch out for those birds.
I mean, if anything, they were probably saying like, hey, just to reiterate, this is the American eagle.
Right.
This is not the German eagle.
Right. Get those away from me.
Yeah.
Get those kraut eagles away from me.
I just can't ever respect a bird.
Never.
Now a cat, on the other hand.
We've been watching that Kevin Hart stand-up competition.
Yeah, dude. It's
funny
crazy.
Yeah, I really thought Chris Higgins, great comic, was
Amazing
featured in the Chicago. Yeah. He's like a touring he tours all over the country. He's like one of the best headliners I've ever seen. Didn't even make it past the first round.
Yeah, I mean,
I think it's crazy.
They didn't even show Aidan McCluskey's set, and he's hilarious.
Doesn't he open for like Nick Mullen?
Yeah, and like Adam Friedland.
Yeah.
I mean, but also, I mean, it's like a contest of like they're all headliners. These are all touring headliners. So,
yeah.
I mean, I don't know. I disagreed with a lot of their picks, but I also thought a lot of their picks. It's also so funny for us to be here being like, well, this is what they're doing wrong. Us.
Well, I mean, like I do think there are like valid criticisms. Like I think having Kevin Hart be the stand-up. I mean, it's better than Tony Hinchcliffe. Could you imagine if they gave that show to fucking Tony Hinchcliffe?
They will make Tony Hinchcliffe will fund a documentary about his impact in comedy in the next 5 years.
Yeah, ruining it.
Yeah, destroying it.
But Kevin Hart, like, I don't really necessarily think he's a great eye for talent either. Like, I don't think they're picking the best comic. Which is why I was excited about that show, because I really thought it'd just be, all right, who's pound for pound the best comic in this like lineup of comics? Well, they're picking the most marketable comedian.
Well, I also think
to sell a special.
I also think it's very telling that Kevin Hart said, all right, I want to find the next talent in the next generation of comedians, and couldn't go, oh, how about my openers that I bring with me because I respect them? It was like, well, let's do a game show.
Right.
Let's bring 3 other comedians who I clearly am not friends with, and we'll very tensely pick comics that we like.
Right.
There's it was like there were so many moments that they couldn't edit around how much they're not all friends. Like
You mean like Kumail Nanjiani,
Yeah.
Keegan-Michael Key,
Exactly.
Kevin Hart,
It's
Chelsea Handler.
Yeah.
Dude, the banter between Chelsea Handler and Kevin Hart,
They hate
is
each other.
crazy.
Yeah.
Like,
there was like a moment where they're like, where Kevin's are like, he's like, all right, like we saw a lot of great stuff. Like, let's go pick the next people moving on. And then they're like, yeah, go get him, Kev. And then it cuts to Kevin Hart and he's like pissed. He's like looking at them angrily. And then they're all like, it's like,
there's so many little micro moments
Yeah.
in that show. Yeah, they clearly don't like each other.
Mm-hmm.
And it like, you know, like this sounds silly to be like, oh, like I wouldn't want hundreds of millions of dollars. Obviously, I would love to make as much money as I possibly can. But there reaches a point where it's just like, it impedes your ability to do the job.
Mm-hmm.
Like you have so much money, you're like not a real person anymore.
yeah.
You know, and it's just like, and I understand like everyone wants to make money, everyone wants success. Do you have to? I mean, Dan Soder had a great bit about it, I think, where he's like, do you have to do every fucking commercial, every fucking,
Yeah.
you have to be on every fucking credit card?
Yeah.
I have to see you on every fucking gambling ad?
Yeah.
Maybe take a day off, hang out with your kid. How about that?
Yeah.
You've made enough money for everyone. Ever.
Right.
Why don't you just skip the fucking dude, stop. Can we stop with the Rock movies, please?
Yeah.
Oh, it's a little guy and a big guy. Wow, hilarious.
really have done-
I wonder what comedic gold we could mine from this size mismatch.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? It
Yeah.
just sucks. I don't know. I don't like Kevin Hart. I used to love Kevin Hart. I remember I loved Kevin Hart.
I mean, I think he's a great comic, but it's like, yeah, they tried to make a game show where the idea was like, how about me and my friends find the next great comics, and you apparently don't know any of the next great comics or have any friends to do it with,
Right.
But
Nah. There are some great comics though. That
yeah.
Usama Sadiq guy,
Yeah.
he's very funny.
he's great.
Kalen Palufo, she was at Empire. That was kind of cool seeing her on that show.
Yeah,
You know, but yeah, we'll have to watch the new episode tonight.
yeah. It came out yesterday.
Today.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. Did you hear? Just looked at the sheet. Did you see there are a couple CIA guys who died in Mexico?
I heard about. Yeah, you were telling me about that.
Yeah. So I guess they did an
Like,
operation.
this is awkward.
But yeah, I guess they did an operation, and then on the way back, they somehow, after getting done with whatever high stakes operation they did, crashed into a ravine and died. And then now it's a big scandal because they just never told the president that they were going to be there.
Right.
But they worked with apparently Mexican authorities, so people knew that they were there.
Yeah.
But just never told the president.
I mean, it's kind of like the plot of Sicario if they accidentally died.
Right. But it'd be like if they made it through all the high stakes, like shootouts and like espionage or whatever, and then just like
the ride
made a wrong
home?
turn. Yeah, exactly. Literally on the ride home in like a civilian car, I'm pretty sure. And like not just drove into a ravine.
Yeah.
That's crazy.
It's like dying 3 times.
Yeah.
Super dying. Like, what's the loudest and most chaotic way I can die?
Right. And it's just funny to be like, now the big thing is like, well, they didn't ask permission. They didn't.
Right.
They didn't even have a permission slip.
They
to
didn't
be
have
here.
their permission slip signed. I came across this interview with it was Cam Newton, former NFL quarterback, and Ray J, talking about sex.
Oh.
And
that you have slept with 11,500 women.
I did a woman party when I reached 10,000.
What?
Yeah. So we did a celebration, booby trap, celebrated my 10,000. I had about 400 or 500 girls that I fucked with came through, supported. It was a massive.
You're talking about different partners.
10,000. I think a little bit more now.
10,000.
What you mean?
Like, this could go for how many times you've had sex. But you're saying-
No. These are 10,000 different people.
You said 11.
It's at like 12.5 now. But I wanted to get to like 11, so I was guaranteed 10.
Okay.
I didn't want to be at 9,000, and I wanted to be at 11. Then I said, okay, we went to 10.
Okay.
he's like talking about like he's selling a property or something.
Yeah.
To the average one,
Like, you're 45 now. Okay.
Looks great.
fuck up 1,000 more bitches. I can't do it anymore.
The average of the volume of different sex partners, do you know what that is?
What do you mean?
Like,
I understand the math and the skill.
I just love like the way he's asking that.
Yeah,
He's,
it's like
trying
economics.
to sound smart.
Yeah.
What do you mean?
over 1.5 women a day for 30 years.
Yeah, the math is different because when we're on tour, we're thinking 5 to 10 a day.
A day, bro.
A day. So
That's impossible.
Just wait, there's one part and then we'll cut it. But yeah, this part.
I got, first off, some of my friends, some of my homegirls, they fuck 45,000 niggas a year. Alright. Oh, I'm not capping.
Some of your homegirls.
They at least fuck, 45,000 a year. No, like maybe
45,000. It's only
No.
365 days in a year. What kind of bender do they got to go on to make that math make sense?
brothels and stuff like that.
No, dude.
Yeah, man,
no.
It's like,
dude,
my homegirls, they're doing the Bonnie Blue challenge.
Yeah.
every day, all day, every single.
they should have brought in like a mathematician to be like that. Like that would have to be like an industrialized, like Dr. Seuss, like sex factory working on overtime.
Well, they should have brought in a physician. Like,
Yeah.
you know what happened to somebody's body?
Yeah.
They had to supervise the Bonnie. Like, they had to bring like a doctor, I think, to
Yeah.
like supervise to make sure that she didn't like die.
Yeah.
I mean, that's just like.
Yeah,
That's-
I mean, they would have to get like they'd have to do like a Dr. Seuss contraption where it's like a turkey baster that branches into like 200 different turkey basters that takes like one load and divides it where each woman gets one little drop of one
Right.
load. And you have to do that all day
Every
to
day.
hit those numbers.
For a
That'd be
year.
his life. Isn't he a rapper?
Yeah.
When does he do the music part?
Yeah.
Like, that's crazy. He's got to sleep. He's got to eat. Maybe he can stack some of those at the same time, but that's insane.
And there's no days off.
Yeah.
No days off.
He would have to have the craziest like Rube Goldberg fuck machine to even attempt to do this. And he's being like, yeah, but I know people are doing way more than
Yeah.
that.
He's like, oh, my homegirls are
My homegirls,
broken.
they're dead. They're
broken
They're
people.
dead if they're trying this. Also, like, I don't know, what's the most times you have sex in one day?
like 10.
It gets exhausting.
Oh, I mean, that
It
was
hurts.
like one day we're both
Yeah.
just like, what
What are
did
we doing?
What are we doing? We
Yeah.
lost the whole day.
Yeah. I have to do my taxes.
Yeah, I forgot.
No, I mean that's the kind of thing where it's like this is clearly someone who's been told his whole life that like having a bunch of sex is like impressive. And hey, I'm not
Yeah.
gonna lie, it is.
Yeah.
It's like when people tell you cigarettes aren't cool. You're wrong. It
Yeah.
is. It is cool.
And it is cool,
but
when
it's
you put
not
20
worth
cigarettes in your mouth at the
Exactly.
same time. That is cool.
But if you have 100 cigarettes a day, granted, you look cool as fuck, but it's just not going to be worth it.
And all joking aside, it does cross a point where it is so far from being cool.
What?
That amount of sexual partner, that's
Oh,
not
yeah.
cool anymore.
It-
That's even if it was like 5,000.
Yeah.
It's like that's sad.
You're
bro.
in pain. I
If
can
you're
tell
in
you're in
triple
pain.
digits, it's like go see a therapist.
Yeah.
man. What who hurt you? Were you molested? What's wrong with you?
Yeah.
Ray J, get help.
It is
Get
wild
help.
just how many things just come back to like they were molested. They're gone. They're a different person.
I want to
now.
know what happened to Bonnie Blue, because there's nothing behind those eyes, bro.
I,
Like, she's spiritually just cooked.
I gotta be honest. I really stayed away from that whole thing.
Oh, I
I've
mean,
never
I
seen
never
her
wa-
work. I don't.
Oh, I didn't watch it either, but
Yeah.
everyone was talking about it.
I
for a
did
little
see
bit.
she was on that Matan guy show, and she was like, he stayed away from her. She was like, oh, haha, like you're staying away from me. Like, yeah, you're a whore. I don't want to be anywhere near you. You're a whore. And she's like, oh, okay.
But she just kind of blows right past it.
Yeah.
I'm kind of amazed. Like she just
mean-
never gets mad, never gets bothered by it. Just like
I mean, I will say there have been a few of these times where it's like there is like a female like cultural figure, and then like there is a narrative about them, and then once you dig in later, you're like, oh, the narrative was just completely wrong. Like I was convinced that the Haktua girl was like a dumb like criminal. And then I heard her talk about it on Channel 5, and
Yeah.
I completely flipped on her.
Yeah.
I mean, she's great. She's dumb. I mean,
Yeah,
I don't
but-
think anyone's going to say, I don't think she would even say
she
she's
didn't
smart.
ask for this.
No,
like,
but,
yeah,
like-
she seems super sweet, down to earth.
But like when it came out, it was like, oh, like how can you explain how they did this rug pull without her? And then she's like, oh yeah, like we hired a guy who was
Yeah.
a crypto guy,
Yeah.
and then he controlled the whole thing. It was like, yeah, that's a very reasonable
oh yeah,
explanation.
I knew from the beginning that it wasn't her fault at all.
Oh really?
Oh yeah.
I
mean, just
mean-
look at it. Like
No,
you think she's pulling the strings to run a financial scam? She sold her image.
It was pretty damning when they had that call, and then someone was like, "You're doing a rug pull." She's like, all right, y'all, I gotta go to bed.
Well, because like
All right, well, it's my bedtime. Good night. I
that
guess
is so funny.
I guess we'll pick this up in the morning after I go to bed.
It is funny to be implicated in a fucking financial crime.
Yeah.
You start playing the banjo and go to bed.
You're like some aw shucks like West Virginia
That was
country
her
person.
I knew that was her protecting herself legally. Her
What? What do you
lawyers
mean?
advised her not to say anything. So
Oh,
honestly,
yeah.
it was very smart of her to
But
get out of that call.
You could just say, "Hey, I'm not supposed to say anything right now." You go like, "Well, shucks,
but
I do think it is nighttime now, and oh boy, that means
But if
bedtime
you-
because
if-
the rooster crows early.
The rooster crows early in
Rooster
Tennessee.
crows early, and I got money to make legally, of course."
But if you say, "Oh, I've retained legal counsel and I've been advised not to say anything," then
Yeah.
you sound guilty.
You
That's-
always sound guilty. You did a rug pull.
Yeah. No, it wasn't great.
Yeah.
You should be careful about who you sell your name and likeness to.
That's also well. It's also like be careful who you just decide to do a public Zoom call with.
yeah.
Like I don't know what possessed them to be like. Well, we should get everyone on one of them computer calls. Really talk this
Well,
out.
it kind of reminds me like when we were talking about like those Manosphere guys interviewing Louis Theroux.
Yeah.
Like, oh, the guy who like outs people as like, who exposes
Right.
Nazis.
What? Yeah. What's his other work? Oh, talking to Nazis.
And it's like with
All
this
right.
CoffeeZilla guy, it's like, oh, the guy that takes down, like, I'm pretty sure CoffeeZilla was instrumental in taking down the guy who ran that huge crypto scam. Jason or Sam Bankman-Fried.
Oh, okay.
I'm pretty sure he was instrumental in that. And
CoffeeZilla?
His name's CoffeeZilla. He does these
Oh.
like huge investigative journalist things. It's like, oh, the financial crimes man wants to talk to me. Let's
Right.
get on a Zoom call.
Yeah.
It's like we're going fast.
I mean-
that's why they call it Zoom. You're going fast.
I will say the fact that internet people is now where like discourse is, the names is just getting so fucking rude because
Yeah.
I hate to admit it, I've been getting more and more into watching like debate stuff,
Mm-hmm.
and then you'll see a video where it's like, oh my god, Destiny crashes out over Mr. Girl. It's like what the fuck
They're
is
discussing
this?
Israel Palestine.
Because like I would just do like a debate and then it'll be like, YouTube next video, and then all of a sudden it's like this is a 2-hour video about a scandal where a dude apparently pulled down his pants too low on a Discord debate, and I was like, dude, I need to just go to bed.
Yeah.
This is
They're in too deep.
somehow we live in this world where like there can't just be serious things and silly things.
Right.
Everything's mashing
But
together.
we do live in a world where like extremely cutting edge journalism is being done by a man named CoffeeZilla.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, if you got pulled into debating and you were Screamo stepdad, that'd be pretty good. That's
That
a pretty
wouldn't be
good.
bad,
That's a pretty
yeah.
good debate name.
Yeah.
Mine would be like, oh, here's some investigative journalism by Strictly Jitta.
Okay. That's not bad.
It's not bad.
Or I could do my PlayStation name. You're now debating even larger Pat.
Oh, that's pretty good. Even larger.
It's not a bad
Pat's
one.
pretty good.
I was playing Marathon with some random guys, and they're like, "Well, how large are you?" And I was like, "Larger than you could even imagine."
You don't even want to know.
think the
pal.
largest Pat, and then double it.
Yeah. Watch out for my upcoming student film. You'll see how big I am.
You can watch me be a freak in a student film.
That's right. A freak in a mask.
A friend of the show, Alex Temple, made me a lifting plan because I
Oh,
was like,
yeah.
I want to get as large as possible for 3
You're
weeks.
gonna put on 60 pounds of muscle in
That-
2 weeks.
Literally, he was like, if you follow this plan, I think I can get you to 260. He's like, but it is unsustainable after that. And I was like, fair enough.
Yeah,
So
it'll
we'll
take
see.
a Herculean effort.
But it'd be very funny to have like a student film documenting the time I was briefly huge for just no reason.
I still can't believe. I think we talked about this before, but they're like putting you up.
Yeah.
You're like staying at a hotel.
Yeah. Well,
be
no,
cool.
I don't know about that.
But
They promised me a place to sleep.
Yeah, that'd be funny if it was like a cot in the director's
Yeah, I mean,
room.
it could literally be like, hey, we have a car that you could sleep in the back of.
We have a Ford Taurus you can sleep in.
You can stay at my mom's place.
Yeah.
That is a question though. Like, how bad would the lodgings have to be before I'm like, I'll just drive back to Philly. It's an hour and a half.
I think if I was sleeping in the car, I'd probably just go home.
Oh yeah,
Car,
But
I'd just go home.
It's also 12 hours of shooting for 3 days.
I would still just go.
Yeah, I probably
Sleeping
still.
in the car is
Yeah,
crazy. But then what time would you have to be there? Like 6 a.m.?
probably pretty early. I don't know about that early, but I actually know it probably would be
12-hour
6 to
days,
6.
I mean,
yeah. Damn.
Jesus Christ.
But if there's night scenes, they probably want a good amount of nighttime too,
That's
though.
true.
Could be like 8 to 8 or 9 to 9.
Being an actor does sound like it's fucking awesome.
It seems like nothing, and then a few days of just grueling, intense work, and then kind of back to nothing.
But then the grueling, intense work, it's like, okay, they're saying 12-hour shoots. How much of that is them actually working, though? I mean, a lot. Not every director is Stanley Kubrick. You know what I mean? Like, you're hanging out in a trailer for a lot of it.
Yeah, but like, imagine if you're like, hey, we want to book you. You're going to do like 5 minutes, right? All right, cool. And they're like, but we need you to do that 5 minutes 18 times in a row.
Right, but I guess I just wonder, like, I wonder what the average amount of takes is, because also the union's very, very like heavily involved. So I'm sure they have some like labor regulations on like how long you're actively working.
Yeah, how long you're actively working. Wait, are we at?
Yeah.
Okay, I thought at 55. I was like, there's no way we've been chatting for 55.
No, we have not. But we have hit the halfway point.
Oh,
so we have some stuff to discuss.
Let's do it.
Let's fucking get going here. This is just a quick one from r/Not the Onion.
Nice.
Woman convicted for throwing dynamite at sleeping boyfriend, blowing off his hand.
Damn, she does look pretty mad.
Yeah, she doesn't look happy. Also, just that's such a Looney Tunes ass way to be mad at your boyfriend. It's like women injured in explosion by standing next to him, going like this.
Right. Yeah. The boyfriend fled the scene, but then went over a cliff and didn't realize until he looked down that he had ran off of it.
Woman had a backup suspended piano in case the dynamite didn't work out.
This is a dumb thing to talk about real quick, but I was watching there's this old 90s horror movie series called Wishmaster. I don't know how big it is, but it's basically like it's a horror movie where like an evil genie tries to kill everybody and take over the world, but he can only do it by granting your wish in an ironic way to kill you. So most of the movie is him being like, I could grant your every wish. Like, wouldn't you like to leave your job? And he's like, yeah, I guess I would like to leave my job. He's like, okay, I'll make you leave right now. And he's like, just mashes him through a door and kills him. He's like, don't you wish you could just go through that door right now? And he's like, yeah, sure. And he's like,
just an overly literal, like,
no, literally, it's like him being like, I have ultimate power, but only when granting a wish. So he's like, he's just ironically granting people's wishes in a way that kills them.
Yeah, and then I just figured, like, it's okay, smart ass.
Yeah.
Like, that reminds me of my not to talk about my bits, but the like Ozempic bit.
Oh,
you take Ozempic and it paralyzes your digestion.
Yeah.
So shit just stays in your belly and you
fill
just
with shit.
Smell like shit.
Yeah. That's definitely worth it.
Yeah.
Okay, but yeah, so this lady convicted, that's probably an open and shut case.
I wonder what the charge is. Like, what do you charge him
the
with?
Dynamite?
Looney Tunes ass death?
Do they...
Acme.
Where
does one get dynamite? Acme.
Yeah.
Folks.
Is there more information?
No, that's it.
That's it?
That's
okay.
it. Not the Onion, dude.
Sadly, this is not the Onion.
Can you even believe it?
I mean,
that was just a quick one, but
he's lucky he got off with just the hand getting blown off.
It'd be funnier if it blew his dick off, but not that I want that for him. But it would be.
Yeah.
It would be funny. All right. I thought this was from r/Am I the Asshole, but this is r/Narcissistic Abuse.
Okay.
But the title is Am I the Asshole?
Yeah.
So I can read this one.
Okay.
We've been together for well over a year, and he'll consistently block me and break up with me if we have an argument.
Okay.
Great. Very mature.
Should be the end right there.
Yeah. All right. So we broke up. But nope, there's a lot more than that. Sorry, every time we have an argument. This time, he kept me in the dark about his dad's death anniversary. I had been trying to get into contact with him all day. This is her husband, I think.
Is her husband?
Okay, I should read on. I have been trying to get in contact with him all day as he has had his phone off since the night before. I was frantically calling him and messaging him, thinking he blocked me. Whenever he'd break up with me and come back, my mind would always go places like he's cheating on you. He told me that he was at church with his family for his dad who passed a year ago. The fact that he didn't tell me at all upset me. I didn't feel prepared.
Why would she not be invited to this?
I think they're just dating. I don't think they're
still
married.
though.
Yeah. I didn't feel important enough to tell. So I thought of when I asked him to introduce me to his parents before his dad passed unexpectedly, and he never did. Okay, so this is this is not even a relationship.
Yeah.
He never did, despite saying he would marry me. Never introduced the family, despite saying he would marry me. Okay.
I know I'm interrupting a lot. I've noticed this weird thing where when the relationship is going very, very poorly, that seems like when it's the most likely for the guy to insist that you're going to marry them someday. Right. That seems to be a telltale sign of a failing relationship is a horrible guy who is constantly insisting you're going to get married.
That's the carrot on the stick.
Yeah,
this will all be worth it in the end. I'm going to marry you one day.
It's just so funny to imagine that, like, how is that enticing?
Right.
You know?
It'll be just like this, but worse, and you're legally required to stay.
Just wait till the state gets involved.
Yeah. Ooh, we're really going to, when this is complicated to sift through. I've never met his closest friends. Okay, yeah, this is just not related. What are we doing here? I'm sorry, I should have read this before.
That's okay. I think it's a good one.
I've never met his closest friends, despite saying I'll come along on one of their outings. I can count on one hand how many times we've been at church together. We barely go out during the day. We mostly hang out at night. My mind went there, coupled with the fact that he turned his phone off for 12 plus hours, and that he didn't tell me about an important day for him. He said I made today all about me, and that he doesn't care about my feelings, and that if I want to stay with him, he's never going to change because he'll never tell me anything again. I told him how hurtful it was that he didn't communicate with me and that it made me feel anxious. He called me crazy and unhinged, so I cried. He said I was manipulating him. He broke up with me again because I was acting out on his important day. I can't count how many times we've broken up. Everything about him triggers me. We'll go a week or two without talking, thinking we've broken up, but he'll finally reach out with using a private number.
Private number?
I'm too weak not to talk to him. Well, there's your problem. He said it was final this time, but he seemed final at other times. I just want to know if I'm the asshole for not keeping my composure during his important day, because I really do feel like one. Please let me know and thank you. So this person has no willpower at all.
Well, it's also just tough to say, like, it's just so weird to be like, am I the asshole for not keeping my cool? It's like, all of this is a mess.
Yeah.
This is an entire mess.
This should have ended at he blocks me all the time and didn't tell me about his dead dad.
Yeah.
All right, so you're not dating.
This should have ended where he'll consistently block me and break up with me.
Yeah.
Just go, yeah, so you're not dating.
Yeah.
It's also, I don't know, like, there is something weird about making the post, am I the asshole, but posting it on a Reddit for narcissistic abuse, because that definitely, like, it seems like a foregone conclusion that you're not an asshole if he's a narcissistic abuser.
Right. But also, I'm not victim blaming here.
No.
But, like, at
It's
some
hurtful.
point, they're telling you everything you need to know.
Yeah.
This is not, I've never met his friends. I've never met his family. We only hang out at night.
Yeah.
Like, you kind of have to have some self-respect, and like, it's almost like they're communicating to you that this is not a real relationship at all.
Yeah.
They'll contact you when they want to fuck you.
Yeah.
That's it. You have to communicate back, okay, this is not a relationship.
Right.
Like the fact that you are thinking that there's anything to discuss here is like, have some fucking self-respect.
I also have noticed where when it's relationship things, it's usually one of two situations. It's either one, someone who doesn't have a lot of in-person community, so they have to go to Reddit to just get genuine advice.
Yeah.
Or, which is what I think her situation is, everyone in your real life is giving you the same advice, which is get rid of him, don't answer his texts again, just it's over.
Yeah.
And I think she's going to Reddit trying to get a different thing, which wildly speculating, I imagine she's waiting until she gets the specific response, which is he's a narcissistic abuser. You need to do this, this, and this to break through to him and fix him.
Right.
Which is not going to happen.
Never going to happen.
And if it is, it's certain. What more can you do? And also, like, it's difficult for me to see what the good parts of being with this guy is. It doesn't seem like there's any.
Yeah, I mean, the sex must be great.
I mean, I guess.
Damn. That was a sad one.
That was a wild one. Well, I mean,
that's one of those, like, you know, it's a classic, like, every single sign is telling. Yeah, I mean, I think you're right. I think they want to be told something else, or they haven't told anyone anything.
Also,
so I think
I think it is very telling that you post it in the Reddit for people talking about their narcissistic abuser being like, guys, am I in the wrong here?
Am I?
You know, you're not in the wrong.
Yeah.
Like, what do you want? What would be constructive? Anyways, all right.
Am I the asshole?
Okay.
Sorry. No, you got
All right. Am I the asshole for telling my wife, forget it, and going out by myself for my birthday instead of going to her fancy dinner reservation? Throwaway. Sorry I fixed the first half. This has been an ongoing issue, and it came to a head yesterday. My wife is a planner. It is extremely hard for her to just go with the flow. If we were going to do something, she needs all the details, edit. She does have OCD. I forgot to include that. That is why she is such a planner. A while ago, she asked what I wanted to do for my birthday. I have been burnt out from work, so I told her I just want to go to a chain restaurant around here on my day. Just a chill night out. I don't even want to get dressed up or anything. She asked where and what time. I told her I'll just pick a day off I'll just pick day of what I am feeling. Maybe I want Olive Garden, or maybe I want to get Chinese takeout. I expressed many times I don't want to plan anything and just go with the day. Really, I just wanted to go eat what I was feeling that day. This week she asked what time, and I told her when we both got home, like 5 to 6, we can go out. She was frustrated I was giving her an answer about where to eat, and I told her multiple times what I'm feeling that day. She asked if we needed reservations, and I told her no, multiple times. We will be a walk-in on a Wednesday to a chain restaurant. She asked if I want anything fancy, and I told her no, I just wanted a simple night. Yesterday was the issue. I wanted Olive Garden, go home, get some breadsticks, and chill the rest of the night. I get home around 5, and my wife is all dressed up. I asked why, and she said she made reservations for the fancy sushi place in the city. She said it was a surprise, and we need to leave in about 20 minutes. Nothing has sounded so unappealing to me in my life. I told her I wanted to go to Olive Garden. We got into an argument about how she spent all this effort to get a reservation. I told her I didn't want any of this. In the end, I left to go to Olive Garden by myself. We got into another argument after I came back.
What's up? You're not right for each other.
I mean, see, this is a tough one because this is, I think, about as close as we can get to just an actual relationship argument.
Yeah.
Because I think this is a situation of two people having different ideas of what you should do on your special day.
Yeah.
And she is trying to force you into doing what she would want to do for her birthday. But at the same time, I wonder if you're communicating clearly, not like, because there's two different things of clarifying, like, hey, this is a simple slapdash thing that I want versus I don't care what we do.
Right.
And so it's like, if you're communicating, hey, I explicitly want to have a low stakes, low commitment thing that I decide later, that's one thing. But is she interpreting it as just, well, he just doesn't want to plan anything, so I should plan and he'll appreciate that.
Yeah. I mean, I think, if it's like you want Olive Garden, just say you want Olive Garden, give her a time, like give your partner what she wants. But also it's like, she is kind of making this about her because it's like, oh, all the effort I went into to book a reservation. Like, would you have to run through American Ninja Warrior
Would you call
challenge?
twice? Like, yeah, what do you mean?
You had to get on an app.
Yeah.
Like, it's
also,
like,
crucially, it's a Wednesday.
right. Yeah,
It's like,
it doesn't. You don't pay ahead. You don't have to pay to cancel a reservation.
Right.
It's pretty easy.
Well, and also, like, I think to his point, like, sure, could you maybe have gotten like a bit more effort? Okay, but I think crucially the thing that got me was that it's, hey, I made reservations in the city. We got to go in 20 minutes. That's like, you coming home, you want to chill and then go to Olive Garden. All of a sudden, this is the rest of your night. The rest of your night is getting into the city, finding parking, getting to the fancy place.
Well, and I wonder who's the primary breadwinner here. Because now it's like you're turning a $40 night into like a $100 night.
Well, I'm
against your will.
Christopher, you're forgetting what year it is. Olive Garden's already going to be a $100 night. You're talking about a $100 night to like a $300 night.
Yeah, true.
Olive Garden's
cheap. It's like $60.
No, it's not.
Yeah, it is.
For how many people?
Two
people, $60?
I think so. Last time I went to Olive Garden, I got a plate of spaghetti and a skirt steak for like $20.
Okay. All right, man.
You know?
But then you got drinks in there. You got appetizers. You got desserts. Your birthday.
Yeah, that's true. That's true.
But
yeah, you guys don't sound right for each other. I think you should break up.
It should be legal to kill you.
I think your girlfriend should call me, and I'll go to the sushi restaurant with her.
That's right.
She can take me out.
Hell yeah,
Actually,
dude.
probably not. She sounds annoying.
Could be Philly. Could be a Philly lady.
Could be a Philly lady, but she sounds annoying. All right. So yeah, that's what. You're not the asshole, but just give her. It's like, I understand like wanting to just go with the flow and do what you want, but it's like, if you don't care, just give her a place and a time. That's all she's asking for.
Well, but then again, why is she asking for things on my birthday?
Because she needs to plan.
Yeah, but I mean,
I want to know how real this diagnosis is, for one. Because it sounds like a shitty justification for some annoying behavior.
It's also pretty easy to plan out a casual night.
Yeah.
You can have your satisfaction and still have it be Olive Garden. Like, it does seem like he said the day before, Olive Garden.
Yeah.
We're going to come back. We're going to go to Olive Garden. We don't need a reservation.
She's like, ew, Olive Garden?
Yeah.
Our friends will think we're poor.
But it's like, I would understand the OCD thing if it was her hyper organized and planning the Olive Garden night. You did just completely change the plan to something else.
Yeah.
Anyway.
Hope you guys figure it out.
Hope you figure it out. Ooh.
We got a
Tinder
little
one.
reader's theater here. I'll give the context and then we'll read the text exchange.
Okay.
Am I overreacting here or is this not acceptable? For context, this is the first time I matched with this guy, and this is how the conversation went. I did not appreciate how he was inviting me at 11 p.m. to do things, and I think he just wasn't catching the hint. I also did think he was being rude, which is why I was being mean back. I did not expect the way he called me out in the end. Am I seriously overreacting here? So I'll be blue, you be gray.
Okay. If you need to mention that you're funny, it usually means the opposite, but I'll allow a little tension.
Oh God.
Damn, dude.
Jesus fucking Christ.
Bad start, Massimo.
All right. So you don't believe I'm funny, but you believe the part where I said there will be tension?
I could be wrong about both. Let's build tension right now. You like spontaneous?
Classic. They love talking spontaneity.
I don't
when they
like
don't want to
Massimo
try
so
at all
far.
and just get pussy. Sorry. It depends. I do like some things to be spontaneous, and other times I prefer planned.
Hot and cold, amazing. So pool or coffee right now?
You want to meet up right now?
You can prove how funny you are at shooting billiards.
I
hate this guy, dude. Or come out in sweats and get shitty Tim's coffee. We're both up and nothing like the heat of a moment. I think they're in Canada.
Sounds like Canada. Yeah. It's almost 11.
Great. So we have 45 minutes. Drive through Tim's it is.
45 minutes?
Yeah, perfect length of a first date.
Has this worked for you before?
Plenty. Shoot or shoot. Shut the fuck up, Massimo.
Clearly. Except I don't like the part where you tell me what we're doing.
You don't have to like it. You just have to prove that you're funny or build tension.
I don't have to prove anything. You either believe it or you don't.
That sounds like the Bible. I have faith that you're funny as fuck. You're kind of hot. Do I pick you up? I'm going to play pool regardless.
I don't even play pool. So no, you can go ahead without me.
Hence why it would be funny. Good night, Angel. What?
I think good night, Angel, eh?
Oh, all right, yeah,
This
definitely
is
Canada. Yeah,
Tim Hortons. Funny for you. Good night.
Exactly what would make you really funny. We could just make out too, but I don't know if you're a good kisser, dude.
Nice.
What the fuck?
Me being frustrated is funny to you, eh?
Yeah,
Canada. Yeah, I'm probably not a good kisser. Can't risk it.
It's okay. We'll find something you're good at.
I think you're obsessed with me now.
Literally on my way to get a ring pop so I can propose to you. Okay, go to bed. I'm busy.
Not a bad line. You kind of got me with the ring pop. You're busy, but you keep talking. Okay, see, it's like, why do you keep responding to him?
Yeah.
Sorry. You're busy, but you keep talking. Give it to the next, because a ring pop ain't for me.
And now keep in mind, this is 8:30 in the morning now.
Yes.
So I think he did go to bed. He did go to bed. Yeah. We jumped from 11:30 now to the next morning. Number one rule of thumb of dating, she who is materialistic isn't realistic. Number two rule of thumb, no girl who isn't a 10 can get away with materialism without losing multiple men in the process. Just real quick, I just want to pause. There's this weird thing now that I'm seeing where a lot of young guys are taking dating advice from obvious right-wing guys.
Yeah.
And it's a really bad problem.
Right.
I saw a thing on Threads where it was a lady not even mentioning this, but posting like the weird shit a guy was saying to her. And he kept like trying to use anecdotes to explain how women act. And one of them was Sam Hyde makes a really good point that blah, blah, blah. Don't listen to these people.
But also, I heard a random clip of Sam Hyde, and he literally said he's just like, the shit women have to deal with is fucking insane.
Sure.
You know what I mean? So it's like the guy that you're pointing to as your misogynistic guideline is telling you the shit that women have to deal with is fucking crazy.
Sure, but I mean, it's also the same guy who called Kamala Harris the N-word.
I'm not defending him.
It's like even the good advice you could get from someone else.
I'm just saying, like, it's like the fact that they're pointing to him is crazy. I agree with you.
Yeah.
But also, like, oh, a woman who isn't a 10 can get away with material without losing multiple. It's like, oh no, I'm losing.
Yeah.
Do you know how many men she has lined up? But it's a seller's market for women, okay?
But it's just dumb that he made the joke of I'm gonna get a ring pop to propose to you, and then she made the dumb joke of being like, oh, a ring pop isn't enough. Goes, well, if you're materialistic, you're not realistic.
Did you actually think the ring pop
what the
was
fuck are you talking about?
I thought the whole reason you said the ring pop thing is because it's like stupid and corny.
Yeah.
Oh my god, I hate him. You're busy, but you keep. Oh, no, okay. Number 3 rule of thumb: he who is bald has no right to judge.
Ooh, all right, girl.
Making my dick hard.
All right.
I make a joke about not wanting a ring pop, and now I'm materialistic.
Using my joke on me as a personal attack isn't humor; it's bullying.
Oh my god!
Where'd that charisma go,
Oh
Massimo?
no! You're being bullied.
Massimo.
Oh no! Are you embarrassed about your bald head?
More like Massey less,
Folks. Massimo Rogaine, buddy.
Oh, now they're just going back with numbered rules of thumb.
If you can't handle a bald joke, get out.
Yeah.
Kill yourself.
Kill yourself. There's no hope for you.
Yeah, I mean,
you
for real.
You have to handle with panache, or you're doomed.
You're doomed. If you're insecure about it, you're doomed. You're
dead.
done.
You're dead.
You're dead inside.
Law of the jungle.
Yeah.
Number 4 rule of thumb: women are not funny unless it involves comedic theft.
All right.
I make a joke about a comment you made, and all of a sudden I'm a yeah. You just said women aren't funny unless they steal jokes. What? Who is this fucking guy?
Fuck you, Massimo.
Fuck you, Massimo.
I never used the word misogynist once. You tease, I tease back, and suddenly it's bullying. Come on. If you only like the jokes when you're the one saying them, that's not tension, that's ego. Also, bullying, really? You called me materialistic and not a 10, but when I said you're bald, you're offended.
I mean, yeah.
One thing I do respect is like he's not going to keep it going. Like when he says he's done talking, he's done talking. He doesn't respond. You know?
I mean, yeah, but wait, what was her question? Is this just acceptable how she's
Am
acting?
I overreacting here? Or is this not acceptable?
No,
I think you just wanted people to be like, "You go, girl.
Yeah,
you got him."
I mean, no, I don't really think either of you seem impressive or cool in this interaction. I wouldn't want to date either of you.
No.
But
then imagine if they were like, both of them are like, okay, now we need to date for 3 years.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like most of these relationships that we discuss on here should end at that point.
right. Well, I mean, also, I just think it's dumb how many people are like good, like hot guys on Tinder will just be like, let me just run through and just see how many women I can like pull a move into hanging out with me.
Right.
Like that'll be fun. Right. That'll be great. You can grow up to be like Andrew Tate, you fucking loser.
You're like trolling Tinder at fucking 10:45. Like,
Yeah.
And actually getting upset when
Yeah.
like, because look, I've been there. I've been on Tinder, sending some lines at fucking
Sure.
10:45.
Sure.
If they're not up for a late night thing and you're genuinely interested in them, that just opens the door to making plans. You can make
Yeah.
plans later. You know what I mean? Like to get actually mad that some girl doesn't want to go play. Also, billiards? Why don't you shove a billiards cue up your own ass? Okay?
Yeah.
Billiards?
It's also just dumb to be like, all right, you got 2 options if you want to prove you're chill. Either come play pool with me or we get drive-through coffee in my car.
Right.
It's like neither of those sound like good ideas.
And like there is like a kind of charm to like proposing horrible date ideas.
Yeah.
That's what I tell myself.
Sure.
But it's like to be genuinely upset when they're like not received well. It's like, come on, this can't be the first time this happened.
Yeah.
You have to be used to this by now.
Yeah.
You want to go get coffee at 11:45 and what, make out with black coffee breath on you?
Yeah.
Ugh.
Well, I'll say this, Massimo, you better have adjusted or be in Turkey at this point. You're not going to survive out
not
here.
gonna make it, pal.
Especially in Canada.
You're not going to make
It's a
it in the
lawless
jungle.
land. That's right.
All right. Well, we got one more quick one, and then we can wrap it up here. But
Let's do it.
Am I overreacting for thinking that my girlfriend's apartment requirements are insane? This is a classic one for me, I think.
Classic, dude.
So me and my girlfriend are looking to move in together in New York City, and honestly, I'm starting to lose my mind over this whole apartment hunt. She's set on finding a place that's $9 to $15K a month.
What the
which, like, okay, I
fuck?
can maybe swing $9K.
You can?
All right. I've won some money on steak. Jesus Christ, bro. No, you can't swing $9K a month.
What?
But $15K is absolutely wild.
Is that like a reasonable apartment budget in New York?
So here's the thing. Like,
I'm never getting to New York, dude. That's fucking crazy.
this isn't reasonable. Dude.
Yeah.
This is not reasonable. But also, like, when people say, okay, I can swing $9K rent, they're probably talking about eating up 60% of their income. You know what I mean? Like, that's just not, no. I mean, maybe he's making 160K. Maybe that's crazy. Sorry.
Holy
fuck!
that's so much
I've
money.
seen apartments for way too.
I gotta get a box to live in, dude. That's crazy.
You'll find a place in fucking New York.
I'm gonna die.
But that's not even the worst part. The 15K is not the worst part. But that's not even the worst part. She has this massive list of requirements that seem to grow every day. She wants 3 bedrooms minimum, outdoor space. Good luck on finding that for under 20K. Specific closet configurations. And I swear she mentioned something about crown molding yesterday. I'm sitting here thinking we could find a decent 2-bedroom for way less and be totally fine, but she acts like I'm asking her to live in a cardboard box. Every time I suggest compromising on literally anything, she gets this look like I just insulted her entire family. Am I being unreasonable for thinking maybe we should prioritize not going completely broke over having a spare bedroom we'll never use?
Yeah.
She does work really hard, by the way. I don't want to shit on her, but I pay for 70% of everything, including proposed rent.
Nah, dude, fuck that. No,
No,
that's
fuck that.
absurd.
Absolutely fuck
She's
that.
being out of her fucking mind
No, that's
right now.
crazy.
That's fucking insane.
And like, you should strive, ideally, have your rent be like a quarter of your income.
Yeah.
Half max. That's.
I mean, I feel like nowadays it needs to be pretty close to half for most people.
it shouldn't be though.
It shouldn't be, but that, I mean, inflation, Christopher.
You can find a place in Brooklyn that's like $2,000 a month. A nice place in Brooklyn for $2,000. I've seen it.
Yeah.
So it's like. And it's like, I don't care if you make 160K.
Right.
You're not buying a house.
Well,
you're
also,
renting.
like,
That's pissing away money.
I understand that people can do valuable work that's paid less. If you're paying less than half of the rent and you're asking for thousands and thousands more than what's reasonable, no, you got no leg to fucking stand on.
Yeah.
Get your own place then.
Right.
See what you can afford.
Well, I mean, I'm sure that this sounds like a girl with rich parents.
Sure.
Sounds like
Have them pay.
she works really hard, I guess, but like,
Okay.
But also,
So do
like, keep in
McDonald's
mind,
workers.
Like, so like 9K, they're definitely splitting that. If she works really hard, so you're
Apparently
talking,
not.
You're talking 4.5.
Yeah. They're not splitting it. He said he's paying everything for 70% of everything, including the proposed rent.
Oh my god.
Yeah.
You need to get break up.
Yeah. I mean, dude, like, it's one thing if it's like, hey, I want nice things. I think, we can, maybe it's expensive right now, but we'll grow into it or whatever. Like, I don't know his job situation. But if she's proposing you have to go into these gambling winnings to pay rent, or I'm going to be like not up to my needs, then yeah, either break up or fucking readjust.
Yeah.
If you can't foot the bill, you can talk about it, but you can't be like, what do you mean we can't spend fucking $15,000 on rent for multiple bedrooms?
The fact that people are seriously talking about spending 15K a month on rent is that's just crazy. What?
I was gonna say, if there's gonna be someone legal to go after, should be the fucking money bag.
Yeah. Well, hey, we've hit about an hour.
Hey.
We've hit our allotted hour. That's
Our
confidently
contractually
wrong.
obligated hour.
Our contractually obligated hour. We fulfilled it.
We did it for you, the people.
Do you have anything you want to plug?
I'm doing Funhouse next week, and then I got to find more shows.
Hey, Funhouse, May 8th. Go check it out if
Hell
you're in
yeah.
Philly. And that does it. Thank you so much. Thank you for
Thank you.
listening. Tell your friends about this podcast.
Do it. Why not?
Goodbye.
Goodbye.
We love you.
We love you. Don't get captured.
Don't get captured.